So here we are, we're going to make some peppermint creams, and we have got important ingredients. We've got a heart-shaped cutter for the end, very important, we'll come back to that. We've got some icing sugar, there's about 380 grams of sieved icing sugar in there. We've got some red food dye, because I thought, well, Christmas, red would be good. We've got some peppermint extract. And I've got this really cool little syringe so that we can get out what we need to. And of course, we've got a spoon and a bowl. So, this is really simple. We pour in all of the icing sugar into the bowl to start with. That goes into there. I'm going to pass this to my helper Peter. Thank you. And into there we also put some peppermint extract. Now I'm going to use 2.5 millilitres, which is half a teaspoon, or you can double it up. Now we're going to use lots of chocolate later, so that's 2.5 millilitres of peppermint extract. And then we got some food dye as well. And you want about 10 or 12 drops of the food dye to get a nice colour. Now that's 12. That's 12 of those. Now in here we have some freshly squeezed lemon juice. You want about 50 to 75 millilitres, which is about 2/3 of this. That's going to go in there. Now in a bit we're going to get it onto a tray, we're going to knead it and do all that. But before we start, I'm going to do this, which is almost like a dry mix with a spoon, just to get it going. And then the real trick is the kneading, which we're going to be doing. And kneading is just lots and lots of hard work for about 10 minutes, and it does work because we did it earlier. And we did it with some green food dye, so we can do some different ones. And all I'm going to do is mix this a little bit in here, get most of it combined, and then we're going to tip it out onto the tray, and then we're going to start to knead it, and that's where you really start to make this into a good paste. And working with icing sugar is lovely, because if you have too much liquid, put some more icing sugar in, and if you have too much dry, put some more liquid in. That's really good. So that's basically mixed into what I'm after. That's fine. So what we're going to do, a little bit of a tidy up, and we're going to put it onto this tray. So I've got a little bit more, keep saying talcum powder, it's not talcum powder, it's icing sugar. And this is the great thing about this recipe. If it gets too moist, you just add some more. It looks and feels like plasticine, you're about right. But it has a lovely smell of course, peppermint. So, here's what we do next. Peter, can I have the rolling pin? So the next thing we're going to do is to roll this out a little bit. And what I'm going to do is put a little bit of talc on there. And we're going to wash the rolling pin in the icing sugar, and it stops it sticking to the rolling pin. That's about right, I think. And then we take our cutter, our heart-shaped cutter, and we're going to do some hearts like this. And all you do, take up all this, which we don't need for a moment. Now can I have this little slicey thing? Now we've got a baking tray, and on the baking tray we've got some greaseproof paper. Can I have the tray, Peter? And what we're going to do, if you hold it in there, sweetheart, like that, is put these onto the tray. Now they're going to need to go in the fridge for about half an hour or so. So we have chilled our peppermint creams in the fridge for about 30 minutes. In this little pot here we've got 100 grams of dark chocolate, so about 70% minimum chocolate is what we're after. And what we're going to do, we're going to take a mint, we're going to dunk it in there, put it back on the tray and back in the fridge, and it'll be good to go. I'm going to do some, Peter's going to do some. We've got our lovely green ones, and these red ones they sort of come out okay as well. So that's what we're going to do. We haven't done this before, we'll see how it goes. We dunk it in the chocolate, pop it on the tray. There you go for it. I think what you do is just get a little bit off as you come out. There you go. And we're just going to do all of these And I'm going to put them back in the fridge, and they'll be ready to go. Excellent. You can do the big one, are you? The special big, deep, thick one.
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it. I don't think you can have too much chocolate, really, can you? And if you're getting really, really fancy, what you could do is just trickle ever so slightly over the top. Looks a bit fancy. And there we go. There's peppermint creams. We're going to carry on doing the rest of the tray. Have some fun. Hope it goes as well for you as it does for us.